but it sounds like you guys hit all-time highs today. So probably over the next couple days to however long as I see some people clipping out, just go ahead and buy in from them.
Yep. Yeah. Just yeah. Do what you need to do. We were actually the project was essentially hacked. Like the supply was controlled by the deployer, and he alleges that the platform was hacked, and that's why the wallet was drained. So we actually went from like 100K, I think, back down to like 10 or something. So we were able to get it back to all-time highs from that. The person that's responsible, basically, he either is going to recover those funds or we're just going to inject them ourselves. So there are funds. I think it was like 100 SOL that was stolen. But yeah,
We
we're looking to
just a
recover
heads
that.
up to everyone who is here. We are officially live, so don't say anything that you would not want to, in a space. It should be on YouTube and on X. So
GG's Investments is the most homosexual
Here it
call in the crypto Twitter space.
There you go.
I second, third, fourth, and fifth that sentiment.
I think that for me, he's definitely in the top 5, but there's a lot of people that I think could you could argue are gayer. James Wynn, for instance. I think some of that LARPs like they have money, but it's clearly just an industry plant. That's pretty fucking gay.
I don't
So
know
he
if you know
wrote
this,
that-
Shill, but James Wynn actually shorted the homophobic seal with 50x leverage today. So you know what's going to happen.
Yeah, exactly. Actually, maybe he's not gay because he does give you a great inverse Kramer type effect. So he's someone that's a good follow for that reason. Like you just do exact opposite, and you're making money, serious money.
I would say Gigi's ran that Nereo call all the way. I mean, he pushed it to the limits, right? Like, I mean, he had some power there for a minute, but I think everybody kind of figured out what's going on.
He was
Do you
crypto
remember
gold
the-
when we
All
get
right,
off
do you
the
remember
call.
you remember
I'll
the
turn these
people's
fools down for a
peanut
second.
when
I'll let you know.
the
Okay,
ball
we're
peanut was
talking
sitting,
about
it was like a
we're talking
number one
about.
TikTok squirrel or whatever.
I'll get them really quick.
He stole like
We're gonna go through the timeline, man. Look, check it out. This is pretty cool. So WAGMI's hit all-time highs. Gay, the homophobic seal, has hit all-time highs. So we're in the VC, and I just wanted to kind of scroll through some of the stuff that we've got going on. I don't have chat open. I probably should, honestly. Let me go here. Where is it at? Am I live? Here we go. All right, here we go. All right, there we go. We got it open. You guys cannot see the chat on here, but but this isn't even what I want to look at. I want to get this out here. One sec. Boom. There we go. Once a scammer, always a scammer. All right, let's check it out. Let's check out what's going on with WAGMI first. Let's do it. Actually, let's go to WAGMI CTO. I never remember what it is. There it is. Okay, let's just go here. Let's just check it out. All right, let's check out the WAGMI tweets. So why we're talking WAGMI right now? WAGMI's been kind of cooking here. Let me turn these scrubs down. There we go. All right, I've got them up a little bit here, but a little bit more so I can actually hear what they're doing. But here's why we're talking about WAGMI. Let's pull it up. Got WAGMI going here. Hit 4.6 to 4.8 million today. Let's check out the charts. There it is. So this is WAGMI. Here, we'll get rid of all the folks that are talking. Actually, we'll leave them there for a second. I get rid of them. Out. Don't care what they're saying. Don't care. Look at this. Look at this beautiful accumulation. And how has this happened? Guys, I'm going to... let's see if I can do this live while we're doing it. We need it to be Lunar Crush. Where's it at? I don't see it. Where is it? Heated debate. WAGMI social media metrics. Here we go. On WAGMI. Let me bring this up. And I was muted. Sorry, I was prefacing. I'm talking to the people now. I was just showing them the WAGMI chart while you guys were chatting. So we'll bring this up. But I do want to get some tweets. I do want to real quick just go over WAGMI. I wanted to share those Lunar Crush metrics that I think are super spicy, and then we'll pull up some tweets. So I need to be able to share my screen. Am I able to do that in this call? I can. Okay. I'll share my screen with you guys in a second. I will share it, and we'll just share the share this one here. Why not? Can't be that bad. That is infinity screening. Why is that infinity screening? Because it is doing this. I got it. Don't worry. Always some fun technical things. This is why it takes a second to get it situated. But there we go. Here are the live guests. Now we've got it sorted out. Make it a little bit shorter. So for those of you who are unaware, many of you guys are very much aware, the homophobic seal, ticker GAAAYY, is at all-time highs. Another project that they support very heavily, WAGMI right now, is also at all-time highs, hit I think 4.8. The alt rank on Looter Crush is down to 43, which is really good. You want that to be as low as you can. The number of engagements, of course, are up. The trading volume's up 148% over the last week. Price is up 104%. And the social dominance is up 13%, which is pretty difficult to achieve, by the way, getting that social dominance up, especially if you're a meme coin that is coming from the trenches. So congratulations to the WAGMI community. And as you can see, it's translated to their chart, hitting all-time highs earlier today. Like I said, it maybe wicked to 4.8, but I'd say 4.6 is probably where it's at. And hey, that community raid super hard. We just looked at their social media metrics and we all saw it. It was popping off. So one of the other communities that community has gotten me involved with here is the homophobic seal community. And one of the things that they are trying to do is they're trying to bring it back. They're trying to bring back calling things out that are gay. We're going to say it. Not like someone actually in their sexuality. We're definitely not the ones who can say yes, no, maybe so. Do whatever you want, man. You do you. However, if you do things on the timeline that are a little bit more on the gay side, we're going to call them out. That's what we're going to do. So all that being said, we're going to scroll through the timeline here, and I've got a panel of experts on what is or what is not gay. And they're going to tell us. They're going to help us out. We're going to rate these things on a scale of 1 to 10. Maybe we'll have some nonsensical ratings. That always works out as well, too. But anyways, that's where we're at. And that's what we're going to do. John, do you have anything to say to get us kicked off?
No, I want to go ahead and add just when you're in this community, it's amazing because you can actually shill two things at once. So for example, for the WAGMI community, you can say buy WAGMI or you're gay. You can say you fudding community XXX is gay. Like there's so many different things that you can do that it's amazing because it gives you the opportunity to shill two tickers at once, and I think it's pretty fucking cool. But let's look at some tickers or some tweets and see what we find.
All right, perfect. Well, let me pull it up here. I think that you guys are not able to see my screen. Oh, you guys are. You guys are seeing my screen right now. I'm going to pull down the chart in the background. Right now, we've got some WAGMI stuff. There's probably not too many gay things there. Just checking it out. Awesome. Obviously what that community's been able to do is cool. So this is how it would go. We'd look at it and we'd say, what about this tweet? Does this look like a gay tweet? And I think that we'd agree, this is going to be on the lower side. It's going to be closer to 0. So did I just scroll down my timeline? We'll just go home. Here we go. Chris Moneymaker. His World Series of Poker main event dream is gone. Called 600 with Jack Queen. Flop is Jack 6. Call 500. Bet check turn. River Queen. He has Queen. Wasn't good enough to fold. Well, to be fair, there's not enough information here. I don't know what position people were in. I don't know what the queens did pre-flop. I don't know if this was a 3-bet flop, a 4-bet flop. Who knows? We have no idea. So I got to see what's going on. So Chris Moneymaker, he kicked off poker in America, which, by the way, the big, beautiful bill hammers poker players on their taxes. I just saw that. A bunch of my former professional friends are not very happy, and I was unaware. But it increases the taxes. It actually decreases the amount that you can write off on your taxes. So that's bad. But anyways, this is how it would go. And we'd say this is, okay, maybe a 3 out of 10 because, it sucks to get knocked out. Let's go with Jules. I'll let you guys rate this one. Here we go. Here is Jules, our friend. We love him. He supports WAGMI. He supports gay, I think. They say believe in something. I believe in something, so I'll take the risk. Imagine gaslighting your entire following that the meme coin you are supporting, which isn't the one that the original artist aligned with, is still the one. That would be crazy. It's kind of like mental gymnastics, especially when you look on chain. Hashtag CC8. Boys and girls, I know Jules has been moving.
I'm gonna rate the first half of that tweet as not gay, and I'm interested to hear what Buffalo Shill has to say. The first half of that tweet was not gay. However, the second half of that tweet, when he moved it into a Matt Fury character and included the original artist and all those things, that's pretty gay because it doesn't mention community, it doesn't mention strength of meme, it doesn't mention onboarding normies, it doesn't mention the Web 2, Web 3 integration. It's the second half's a little gay.
We got to be rating it. You can't just say a little bit. We need numbers. We're going 1 to 10. This is an official report, dude. We can't be just throwing out a little bit.
The first half is 0 out of 10. The second half is 6 out of 10 at least.
And what are we averaging that? Is that a 3 out of 10
You will average it
overall?
I don't know if you can average it because, like, I think it goes to the gayest part. Buffalo Shill, I'm going to let you take this one.
You got to give me 5. I'm on a train in Seattle, so if I speak to this right now, it might not end well for me. Give me 5 minutes.
Yeah, no worries, no worries. Nias, Crypto Gold, do you guys have any opinion or thought on how GAAYY this might be? GAAAYY. And if there's not, that's okay. We're going to keep it rolling here. John, this is good. This is how we play the game. What in the world happened to Las Vegas? What is going on in Las Vegas? The telephone poles fell down. I mean,
Was there a car wreck, or did
I
it
don't
just
know,
happen?
man. It looks like they all fell down. Okay. Well, I don't think we could really talk about that. Current
I don't
state
know
of
if
E.
that-
Keck. Why is this not loading, dude? I was telling you my internet was messing up earlier.
Check.
I don't know.
So check one that I tagged you in recently because you're gonna love this tweet.
Okay, I feel like if I open this, it's going to cause chaos here.
No, not at all. You're actually gonna love this tweet. It might get some more people in here who don't exactly agree with us. There we go.
On my way to mourn Ethereum. Yup, that's right. That is a good idea.
8 to 0. That is absolutely not gay.
That
is
is
the most heterosexual tweet you will see.
That is 100% hetero. Shout out to that. Okay, here we go. Here's ETH glitching. Anything about ETH is gonna be okay. Trust me. I'm okay with that. Let's see. Henoch, big, beautiful, with all B's, just by Bitcoin. 0 out of 10. That's good. 0 out of 10 on the gayness
I agree.
scale.
That's good.
Okay, Tony showing his social media metrics. I am a metrics kind of guy. Tony, though, be careful. This is definitely teetering on the brink. What are we thinking here? Sharing your account metrics. What are we thinking?
Is he doing it to promote himself or to promote his token? That's
Let's read
that's
it.
a valid question, I feel like.
My account, less than 3K, is getting more engagement than your favorite KOL's botted accounts. Shots fired. I'm his favorite KOL, so that's a shot fired at me. This is why it's always smart to follow a value in the space. Numbers don't lie. Shout out to WAGMI community for most of my engagement. That's another thing that will happen is sexes and influencers will start tweeting WAGMI as they already have. Just the simple fact. Okay, look, I think that he's out there trying to say, I support this project pretty heavily, and look what it's doing for my engagement. That's how rabid they are. That's how excited they are to support. So what do you think? I think that, maybe that's okay.
I think it's perfectly straight. I think that's a good one.
PONKE.
Let's look up someone else. Let's go to like Eric Stevens or Caleb or Poe or one of those people.
All right. I feel like then we're targeting people. I feel like if it just shows up, hey, look at this. Who dat Joey? I'm just a homophobic seal. That's pretty good. I feel like if we go directly to people, though, it's going to be a little bit like we're targeting them. Isn't that rude?
Maybe search up the word ticker.
Okay. Hey, wait a minute, real quick before we do that. Diddy denied bail. Judge calls out violence and lawlessness. Whoa, 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 whoa! Terms of service. What is happening on that thing? Jesus, did you see that? Diddy supporters celebrate.
I
with
saw. So whatever happened,
What happened?
it sounded weird. So he got not guilty on like everything he was charged with, and then he got found guilty on transportation. So like not guilty on RICO, not guilty on trafficking, not guilty on rape, but then they found him guilty of like transporting humans against their will, which sounds like kidnapping. That's sort
Which
of
is
my take on it.
crazy because did you guys see the videos? They
I
literally,
saw the testimony and it was insane. It was some of the craziest shit I've ever heard.
I mean, clearly there's tampering involved. Like the videos that came out, like this, like how like there's videos of him beating these women in hallways at hotels, and like they've on the stage were saying that he was doing all this stuff, and there's just no way that that jury was just like, oh yeah, transportation only. Like it was clearly tampered with. I just personal opinion think he made a deal with someone. I don't know who. I don't know who the powers that be are, but he made some sort of deal to work something out because, I mean, this is like.
But historically, the people who do the worst shit in history, right? So like Harvey Weinstein, for example, he was accused by I don't know how many hundreds or thousands of people of raping women to put them in a better position in Hollywood. He gets convicted. All of a sudden he gets off. And they called a mistrial on the retrial or appeal or whatever it was. He gets off. OJ clearly killed his ex-wife and her boyfriend. He gets off. There's a common theme of if you have enough money, you can do whatever the fuck you want. Diddy has plenty of money. He also hobnobs with like Jay-Z and Beyonce and all of these crazy fucking Hollywood people. And I think that the reason he got off was because if they convicted him, they would have to convict so many other fucking people for doing the exact same kind of weird shit, in my opinion. Crypto Gold, what do you think?
No, there's no doubt. I mean, he has dirt on all of them. They're involved with some weird ass freaking people. That one spirit cooking Morova chick, you know what I'm talking about? They're in some weird ass fucking shit. And clearly he had dirt on all of them. He worked out a deal. And I mean, this is, like you said, this is so common. This is such a common thing. What was the guy?
Myself while we.
What was the guy up in Chicago? That
Al Capone.
Do what? No,
We're
no,
gonna talk
no.
about this Murad one.
No, the
Turn them down for a second.
Yes,
Turn them down.
I mean, do you remember how much overwhelming evidence it was?
This is pretty funny. Goals January to June 2025. Buy a car pit. Save $10. Buy a new phone case. Live. Mind my own business. That's pretty funny. 31 song spies in the past 24 hours with 28K volume. Average buy size 1K. Whales flowing in. Shout out Guardian. Michael Saylor. Everyone gets Bitcoin at the price they deserve. I got my Bitcoin, man. I'm loaded in. I'm loaded in. Boys and girls.
There was so much overwhelming evidence, and he got off. It just, man, the justice system, unfortunately, is just...
You know, Brett is going to pump like crazy from Crash. When I like an entry, a YouTube video about it, Wyatt will pop it. When I like the entry so much that I want to make YouTube. Okay, that's good. Man, shout out Crash, dude. Shout out Crash.
The one thing that I'm noticing about this that is kind of feeling weird is that we don't have emoji buttons in Telegram chat where you do on Spaces. Wanting to like hit.
I found you a good one, by the way. I found you a good one.
Speaking of gay, some fucking piece of shit put their gum on my side mirror. Who the fuck is that?
That sucks. Probably a prank.
Yeah.
That sounds pretty gay. So check this out. I've actually seen this a few times, and I've been trying to figure out when the best place to talk about it was. What on earth is Murad doing with his hands, and how come no one has? I don't have the video skills, the editing skills to do this, but why are there not two penises in his hands right now? that would have just put it over the edge. Are you seeing this? What is this? Oh man, not saying the truth because you're worried the KOLs will dump your bag, man. Tony's getting 2 strikes.
Sticking to the oath, I'm sticking to the promise I made that I would be nice about Murad for 1 month, and he's got about 21 more days.
I don't think.
You gave me a good idea that Ricky Bobby, you know, when he says like, "What do I do with my hands?"
Yeah.
Taking that image and then putting Cole's faces on that image, and then doing exactly that, putting dildos in their hands.
Yeah, I mean, look, hey, again, this has to be a little bit tongue in cheek, man. Like people have to be able to laugh at it. I think Shill said it well earlier today when he said he got banned because of something that he said to someone else, and it's like you gotta be able to have some fun. Like if I go to my profile, dude, trust me, there's some things here. Where is my profile? There's some things here that
Well,
you
the
can definitely
wild thing
say.
is it's crypto Twitter. Like this is the one place on earth where the N-word flows freely and no one says anything about it. So the fact that anyone's offended by anything, in my opinion, is stupid.
Oh, 100%. Like, look, I've got a little picture of a heart that I drew. This is like my artistic capabilities. This is why I can't do the dildo thing. If you can make money in this market, you can do it in any market. Believe that with a little heart. You know, that could be a little bit on the gay side. I'm okay with that. If people were taking me to task, that's fine. I'm not sure you guys saw this video. John, did you see this? I was watching some like documentary. It's like high schools in the past. Do you see it? Am I sharing my screen still? You can see this, right? Yeah.
Yeah, I can see it.
Dude, this is like what the high schools used to look like. Everyone's just jacked, dude, and they're doing like all these workouts. And now everyone is fat. How the heck, dude?
They used to have shooting classes in high schools too.
Dude.
That's why they didn't have school shootings back in the day, because people brought guns to school.
Well, if you want to speak about like why CT's gay compared to like the rest of the world, one of the things that was trending on I think it was TikTok was people calling their friends and just like saying, "Hey man, what are you up to?" And they're like, not much. I'm just like eating food, or I'm getting ready for bed." And they're like, "Oh, I was just calling to say goodnight, and just sweet dreams." And then like their reaction's like, "What the fuck? Are you calling me to like say goodnight?" Like basically like, that's gay.
Real
And
quick,
then
oh, sorry, go ahead. No.
yeah.
When you're done, go ahead.
Oh, I was just gonna add in like in the amount of, on crypto Twitter, it's always like, good night, good morning, what are we buying? Like all these like things that like if you said that to someone in real life, they'd be like, "What the fuck are you saying?"
Well,
So it's kind of funny.
I was
in
gonna
that
say it's
regard.
amazing. We're on this space broadcast, whatever we're doing right now, stream, and I had in the background playing a bunch of dudes in shorts working out. I think maybe we jumped right into it. Speaking of, let's go check out Giga. I feel like Giga will have something for us.
Check out Mask. Let's do that. If you're looking for gay, let's check out Mask.
Okay, well, I already typed in Giga. So then we'll go to Mask. What are we thinking here? Is there anything? I think that the Giga people have gotten a lot more tolerable once they stopped their run of green candles, like monthly green candles. I think they got way more chill. What do you think?
I think that there's a originality to their meme and what they're trying to deliver on. I think that the gayest behavior is the forced memes, right? Like trying to call something a meme, a cat, or like I'll use Moodang as a kind of a prime example. Like how's that, a meme, because it doesn't create any value to the person. A meme is something that you could send with no context and people find either funny or there's some kind of value add, versus if I sent a random person a cat with a mask with no context whatsoever, they would find no value in it. They wouldn't be like, "Oh, no, I totally get that. That's hilarious," right? So there has to be like a meme is something that provides value with no context whatsoever. And if you have to explain it, then it's not a meme. And that's where I think that CT has totally been or just irrational with what they consider to be a meme, is that they take some bullshit image, throw some nonsense words into it, and then say, oh yeah, this is a meme. Yeah guys, this is like, everyone loves it. And you're like, what the fuck are you talking about? Like, no one finds any value in that.
They've adopted the term meme coin to be a blanket statement, and they use it for everything. Basically, pretty much anything that's low cap, almost to the point. Where, like Mudang, you were saying, I would call that a fan token, right? It's like like a lot of what we're seeing is more just like, hey, I found something that's viral or cool, or that I think people like, and all it is like a fan page. Like in 15 years ago, that's what it would be, right? You'd have like a website with 20 people that talk about their I don't know, figurine characters that they like to play with, whatever. And that's what we're seeing. It's just now it's tokenized. But I agree that for it to be a meme, like it is the message itself. It's relatable, it's funny, it can be applied to a lot of different things, and you can use it with Web 2.
Yeah, 100%. I think the utility in meme is community. It is having a good time. It is being a part of something. And, ultimately, if you can find something that hits a lot of those parameters, having a good time, having fun, like all those things that if people always like to talk about like utility or whatever. Honestly, community is a utility. And, hanging out with your friends, having a good time. Ultimately, that's what people do. I mean, why do people go out and drink? Why do people go to the beach? Why do people travel the world? To have fun. They usually do it with friends and quote unquote a community, maybe 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 people. And so I think that's one of the things that's going to continue with crypto, and over time there'll be really established communities, right? Or communities that move around, however you want to say it, but it's part of it. That's part of what meme coins are, and I think that's why I like them. I like to have a good time and have fun, joke around. And so if it's funny, I'm usually in, right? And I think a lot of people, as time prevails, right, I think a lot of people relate and get in stuff that they enjoy and think is funny.
I'm on Mask right now, and I'm kind of just scrolling I just wanted to start with the chart. That chart is that's one fun looking chart. It maybe, if you like squint your eyes, has started to reverse, but it looks like lower highs and lower lows, which is never fun. So now I've got it up on Twitter here.
That's like, I always like how they take a chart and they're like, let's change to this time interval, and we'll zoom in here, and we'll kind of change the logarithmic scale on the right. All right, see, this chart is beautiful.
Don't even give me
You're like, what?
My two least favorite things that happen are when people have charts and they draw some random lines, and then they just have a squiggly line to the right going like kind of up and down, but eventually going parabolic. And it's like the least persuasive thing I've ever seen. Why even add the dips? Why not just have the arrow go straight up? Just a one God candle straight to 1 billion. You're just drawing it with your finger. What's the difference? The other thing that I hate,
to that point, what was that project we were talking about the other day where the shill was like, Pepe was a Matt Fury character, and look at how it retraced 90%. We're also a Matt Fury character, and we retraced 90%. Where do you think this is going to go?
I can't say, but yes, that's my second least favorite thing that will happen with these projects, where it's like they'll overlay their chart on top of some random portion of a successful project, Mog, Pepe, whatever you want. And they say, look, we're sitting at 1 million, and look at our chart shape kind of looks like Pepe at 1 million. It's just like, yeah. And you also look like 97 of the other ones as well. But
we all know John's favorite person is Matt Fury and all of his characters. We all know that for sure.
Well, so like, okay, here's a tweet. By the way, I do think that projects that don't have actual Twitter handles anymore, and they just have these like communities, are very obnoxious. I think that is so obnoxious. I'm not sure if we're saying gay just yet, but that is annoying. You can't tag them. I think that's for a reason, to be honest. But Alex RTB, I don't know who this is. Okay, 70K followers. You know, I don't want to throw shade at him. I don't want to throw shade. I wish I had loaded Mask at 1 million. I wish I had loaded it at 3 million when they were building a strong community. I wish I had aped it at 10 million when everyone was talking about it. I wish I'd gone all in at 15 million. I could have at least doubled my net worth. If this was going through your mind while Mask was pumping, now is your time to seize the moment. Ape in and let the Colt do the rest. Woo! These kinds of tweets targeting the weak-minded individuals who are looking to FOMO in. I wish guess what? I'm pretty glad I didn't load up at 15 million on a chart that looks like this. I'm pretty glad. Pretty glad that I didn't load up.
It kind of reminds me of the guys just saying, like, they're on Spaces preaching, hold. Like it's the never stop. You have to hold. Like, you have no idea. And that's every time you hear them, you're like, man, that's when I get pretty nervous, when that's all they talk about, right? Kind of gives you those Safe Moon vibes, right?
100%, man. I feel
I especially like when they're like, look at the chart on the 1 second from 74 minutes ago. This is about to gigascend.
Well, you know, the thing that I honestly feel bad about, and I don't want to flood anyone's bags because I feel bad for this exact reason. Let's just go here. Just go to these comments. Sure, some of them are going to be bots, but some of them are going to have bags. Some of them got caught up in the FOMO at 30 million when they had authority figures telling them to buy, and it's going to 1 billion, and you have to buy. It sucks for those people, because honestly, many of those people, they are like not even capable of standing up to this type of FOMO. They see it everywhere. They have a horrible life. They've got no money. They've got no job. They've got no girlfriend. They got no prospects. And they're like, all right, cool. I've got $50. I'm going to put $50 on this, and it's going to turn into 200,000. My life's going to change. And they get caught up and they don't take profits, and then they get rolled. There are these people here in the chart, man. That sucks.
Probably launching their ETF the next day. Hey guys, 24 hours from now, you know, this thing's launching the ETF. We've already got through all the regulatory compliances. BlackRock's getting on State Street. Guys, this is it, right? This is it.
Hey, shout out to this guy though. Shout out to Morby Dick. He did what I said. Why draw the squiggly line? I think it's because he ran out of room because it was going down for so long. But he just drew a straight up arrow. Good for him. Multiple billions incoming. I wonder if there's anyone in the Mask community that I can take a bet on. Assuming they're not going to want to, but.
No, dude, I made a post, and you guys, most of you guys saw this. Crypto Gold was MIA. But I made a post 2 weeks ago, tomorrow, I believe, that Shaw made a post that said, I dare anybody to put out a tweet that says the mask stays on and just watch what happens. And so I put out a tweet. I said, the mask stays on. And I got 2 likes from Mask community members and like 100 hate messages saying, what the fuck is wrong with you? This is a scam. And so I even deleted all of the 100 hate messages, and I reposted it and said, this is exactly what I'm talking about. Mask is fucking gay. It's not a real project. There is no real community. And that immediately skyrockets in engagement. And it was like 75 comments saying, LFG, Mask to the moon, we're going places. And like, I was talking major shit about it. And then there were 4 real people that somehow got in there, and they were like, this is bullshit. Fuck you, man. Go away. Don't flood our bags. There were 2 people that called me gay, which is fine. I'm not worried about it. But it's so botted. It's ridiculous.
I'm trying to see this person. Sure, they just blasted 10K into Mask. I don't believe it. I'm going to look. We're gonna find it.
Is it the
Oh,
market
I know.
maker putting money back in?
Yeah, no kidding. I mean, I get it's hard because there could be any of these like little buys here, but I mean, oh boy, oh boy. Anyways, yep. I think Mask in general is not a project that I am going to be working super hard. I'm not working super hard with Mask. Not my cup of tea. Not my cup of tea. Give me something else. Oh, look at this, John. A nice squiggly line. What do you
Is
think?
that
Do you think
drawn or is it real? I can't tell from my view on Telegram.
Oh yeah, sorry. I know it's a little bit hard for you guys to see this. This is this looks like it's hand drawn. Some finger painting. That's kind of cool. Let's see what else. John, were some of these people the ones that liked your post?
I
Wait,
have
I
no
can get
idea
followers?
because they were all homosexuals who had mask PFPs. So I mean, they all look the same.
Should I do it? Should I do it right now and we just see what comes?
Yes.
We'll check back in. Okay, what should the tweet be? It can't be like too messed up because I don't want to FUD their back. What should we say here?
The mask chart is looking a lot like Ethereum.
The mask, they might be thinking that's cool. Mask chart is lining up nicely. I like, how about this? Because this is good. Look, because real people who know me will know what this means. I like Mask like I like ETH.
Yes, I like mask like I like ETH. Do it. Do it.
WAGMI. Although I don't know, I don't want the WAGMI people to be subjected to this. Where's the I won't do $sign. We'll just do WAGMI. Hold on, I want to take a screenshot of the chart. Here we go. Boom. 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 I like Mask like I like ETH, which is 0%, but there we go. Post it. Let's see what they do.
You're gonna get a couple posts from the bots in Mask, and then you're gonna get like 1,000 WAGMI tweets.
Well, I think that I'm already blocked by some of the main people in Mask, so I don't know what's gonna happen there. Let's put it that way. Which, by the way, we've already ruled on this, but a man blocking another man, definitely on the gayer side.
Yep. If someone could tag GG's in this chat, I would love to talk to him about that. He's done it several times with me now.
Well,
I don't know why he unblocks me, but he does for some reason.
I want to see this this seal here. It has good content. So let's roll down. Let's see what they got. John, there you are. Look at you. Getting a repost. Who dat Joey? We talked about him. If you aren't onboarding normies with Moonshot, then you're... Wait, isn't that one too many Ys?
No, it's 3 A's and 2 Y. Yeah, it is. It's 3 A's and 2 Ys.
Dude,
Someone did that one wrong.
That is absolutely unacceptable.
Off-brand and gay.
I thought it was spelled Gaayy. No. Gaayy. There we go. Okay, let's go back there. So this all stems from the the dude in Hangover, that little Asian guy?
No, it was a meme before. It was a cartoon, and there were these two guys in the Arctic, and they were like about to die of hypothermia, and one of them was like, "We should just huddle together for warmth," and the other guy was like, "No, that's gay. We can't do that." And so the other guy was like, "Well, no one's going to see us, so no one's going to think we're gay." And so they started like cuddling up, and a seal sits up in the background and yells, "Gay!"
That's amazing.
But
the
that's
good.
Guy definitely
Jake
Gagan
this cycle.
All right, guys, I'm going to catch up with you later. I got to run here. But,
yeah, no worries. We're just chilling.
We're chatting with everybody, and I'll jump in.
Gold, good to talk to you, brother. Soka and I do spaces every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. You asked about like that schedule. We do it at 1 p.m. Eastern. And
Okay.
then I do like I'm in them pretty much every night. And then I do an 11 a.m. one with Ape and a couple other guys who are a little more rambunctious, but they're fun.
Okay. Well, I'll message Grigio, get him on. You can call him gay all you want, and I know he likes that. So
I would love for Grigio to show back up because I love calling midgets gay.
All right, man. Well, I'll catch up with you guys here later for sure.
All right, see you, bro.
All
Appreciate
right,
it.
see you. Bye.
Should we go listen in on Shiny, see what he's got going on,
We can go hang out with Shiny.
or should
I
we?
feel like I should join with my other phone because I'm going to get roasted for absolutely no reason again by a man with a blonde ponytail.
Hold on. I have played poker before, as you may know, and now I'm getting texted if I'm in Vegas because the main event for the World Series of Poker is going on. I am not playing this year. I am too busy. But good luck to anyone who is playing. I see Shiny Space. We could do that. We could watch some Ramsey. I've only got like 20 more minutes or so, so we'll get something more consistent here. We'll definitely get something more consistent. We'll get some more people flowing in. I really wish it would be so much more fun. I feel like if we had a good chat. Like I don't have anyone chatting. Where's everybody? Is it 4th of July already? Where did everybody go? Here, let's enter in. Where's Shiny? Let's do it for just a second here. Start listening.
My therapist is
what
gay,
he's
and I'm
saying.
not paying the gay guy. I rather talk to Shiny and Shill together, naked. Sometimes it doesn't matter if you
What
don't
is
look. It's not
happening?
gay. That's what my priest told me. But
What?
Love you,
yeah,
Chuck.
bro. I mean, it's just a culture. It's
Oh
the
my
community
God.
behind it. It's the brotherhood. It's the bond that this community's built. Like, we hold each other accountable every single day. It doesn't matter who it is, and we stand by it, and we build each other up. And that's what, a real culture community is supposed to be. That's what a real movement is. So when you hear of Murad saying, you know, find an investment that you believe
They're
in,
saying
people
rude
that are
things about
gonna,
Murad.
match your energy,
John, you
vibe.
better get in there.
That's what he's talking about. That's what
No,
WAGMI
I'm
is.
not going to say nice things
So
about
people are
Murad.
gonna
I've
fade us,
just been
but
told that I've
look
been
at
asked
what
very
happens
nicely
now,
by
bro. Day
Tony not
64,
to say a mean
65.
thing
The
about
same names that
Murad
we've been rating since
until
day
July
one for
23rd,
60
and
days.
I will stand
Just
up and I will
tweeted
honor my
WAGMI
word
today,
on
a
that.
few hours ago.
I'm gonna message the
So don't
WAGMI
tell me
community here real
nothing's
quick.
fucking impossible or
What's the significance
whatever
of July
fucking
23rd?
dickless fucking excuse you got.
On June
Be a fucking
23rd, I
man
was
about
talking
it.
shit
Let
about
your nuts
Murad, and
hang.
he was like,
Get to
"Can you please
fucking
stop
work.
talking shit about Murad?" I'm like,
Get
"No."
to
WAGMI.
And he said,
WAGMI,
"Well, we're trying to get
motherfuckers.
Murad to tweet about us, so can you please not do this?" I
If you're
said,
ever
"No."
feeling down,
And he was
maybe a
like,
little
"Can you
bit
give me
blue,
1 month?" I said, "Fine, I'll give you 1 month." So I said, "I'll
you
give
know
you
you
1
can
month of
find.
not
That's
saying a bad thing about
badass
Murad."
talk,
And
Shill.
of course, like the very next day, so
You know you
what
can find
happens
a
with this?
nice ear
Bull
in the
Shark hops on
WAGMI
space.
chat
And it's like, "John, who's the
because you
gayest
sold
KOL
all
out
of your
there?" I'm like, "Bull Shark, I
antidepressants
can't do this
to
today. I
bid the
can't do this
chart.
for another month with you." He's like, "It's Murad." I'm like, "Bull Shark's just, I can't engage with
not
this
today.
conversation at the moment."
Just not today. Dude, I had to leave that because I could not figure out how to turn the sound of the space down and still listen to you good folks. So, all right, well, cool. Hey, maybe I'm gonna rug it here. I've the good thing is I just want to get the mechanics down of being able to do this. I think that it worked. I'm gonna go watch it back and make sure like I could hear you guys, make sure that I could hear myself, make sure that everything kind of operated effectively. We will take a quick look here and see did the mask community come in? They have not. They have not. I don't think the mask community is
Because there
going
is
to,
no community. Mask does not have a community because it didn't form a community before it tried to tell everyone it had a community. And that's the whole problem, because it takes more than 6 hours to form a community.
yeah, I'm pretty sure that I'm not going to get I'm not going to get much love. Let's put it that way. Pretty sure, not even from the bots. But
Well, the same people that are pushing masks push salami, right? It's like the same.
oh, there's
You know,
trust me. I'm
people.
with you.
Yeah.
I'm with you, man. It goes down the line. I actually think that it looks like the Peng Scrat crew, if you remember that from about a year plus ago. It's all the same, dude. Good engagement on WAGMI as always. Here we go. Lots of likes and retweets and comments. Look at him stacking his money. I feel like this is what Tony looks like actually IRL. Let's give a like there. But
I do think that like the one caveat that I'd throw in is it's not that we're saying that you can't make money on some of these bullshit plays, but you have to be like careful. As soon as it breaks
Yes.
down, the chances of there being recovery have diminished significantly because the only thing that they had going for them was positive price action. And as soon as that deviates in the least bit, there's going to be
It's
these,
tough to have it reversed.
mass exodus.
It's
Yeah,
definitely
it's like
tough to come back.
like what can they do that would then reinvigorate whatever community that they supposedly have, because the narrative has died. It's like kind of the same thing. Who is it that is it? It's not. Is it Kook that does fucking mooding bull posting all the fucking time? Am I
don't know.
getting that right? On there's one of them
maybe.
that like, and it's like, okay, like why the fuck would mooding ever regain relevancy? It doesn't. It's just like impossible. That's the kind of the hard thing too about any narrative that is derived from like some kind of viral moment in time, is that like even with like chill guy, like why would that become a thing again?
For sure.
Like that's
Yeah, like what's the catalyst?
viral moment.
You know, yeah, like what
Yeah.
gives it life, you know? There
Yeah.
is like there's some projects for sure that I find on that second bounce where I'm like, the people that launch this have too much money in it. They'll get a second push out of it to dump on us. But like I could ride that
Mhm.
wave for a little bit, you know? But then you just have to know when it's going up and everyone is trying to say, oh, this is going to go to billions. You should hold. You should hold. You have to know very clearly they're dumping on you with like 100% certainty.
Yeah.
So,
And I do think that there'll be a little bit of a washout, and then the thing that people are going to buy, that like the new money is going to buy into things that they, again, kind of go back full circle to what they find value and what they like from a content standpoint.
mhm.
And that's where you'll start seeing market caps hit larger figures and then retain momentum. Like right now it's like you're lucky to get into the millions, and then I do think that once you get above like 5, that you kind of, so long as the 5 is achieved through organic growth and not just like
Right. Some
a
pump.
fuck you, pump on day one, that then it's starts to get some traction amongst like new money versus rotator money.
Right.
Like that's
No, for sure. You're dead on, man. And that's like, these are the kinds of things that you have to understand to be able to make money in this place for sure. So, anyways,
Well, but, I
I've
mean,
got
the
to,
biggest thing
oh,
is,
go
I
ahead,
think-
John. And
I
then
think
I'm
is-
right here. Go ahead.
Yes, I think this is one of the biggest things is we were talking about last fall, and you mentioned this on your space recently, or one of your tweets recently, one of your like contents from Soka. Hold on one second, my daughter's yelling.
Yeah, no worries. Got
And
up here.
we used to talk about team, community, and narrative. And I think that the community has not changed. I think the team has not changed, but I think the narrative has changed, because a year ago, it had to be a narrative that resonated with people in crypto. And now it has to be an actual meme that you could send to your friends who have never been in crypto and they find it humorous. Like, I think that the crypto shit has been so played out that only people in this space get that to be successful, you truly have to have something that transcends Web 2 and Web 3.
100%. You got to have those customers. I actually had a conversation with this, John. I've been doing a lot for an IRL customer who sells into retail, where like you have to reach new customers. You have to be accessible to more customers. This is like business 101. And
you should have just told her to put half of her liquidity in gay, and then everything would be fine in 6 months.
I'm already trying to get that company to build out a Bitcoin reserve. So let's see what happens. I'll start there. If we're successful on the Bitcoin reserve, I get a little bit more clout. Maybe we'll add gay to the ledger. But you guys, hey,
Don't say,
oh, go ahead,
don't
Ty,
say
go ahead, Ty.
maybe, Soka. Don't say maybe. That's gay, dude. Come on. You know the mission. How you doing, bro?
We'll get him. I'm good. I'm actually just rugging it here. I got to run, but but it's been super fun, and I'm trying to get this set up
Tyler,
so it's
by the
easy.
way. That's Tyler with the WAGMI cat. By the way.
Oh,
It's always
sick!
weird
What's
when
up,
people
Tyler? Yeah, I
have
saw
different
Ty, and I
USBs.
recognize the voice, by the way. And sorry to run, hit and
You're
run
good.
here, but
Do your thing. Yeah.
But yeah, we're gonna be running these a little more regularly. I would love to get the engagement up a little bit, like so that I could chat with someone on chat and tell them like, "Yo, how's it going? How is life?" Things like that. I wonder how much of a delay there is though, because this looks like it's pretty delayed on my side. But anyways, regardless, you guys, thanks so much for tuning
Thanks,
in,
Luca.
and I will catch you guys on the next one. All right, peace out, you guys.
Take care.
Thanks, guys. See ya.
Gazing through the window at the world outside, wondering will my meme spread worldwide, hoping that my memes will get noticed sometime.